Welcome. That's kind of weird. I'll just zoom in. I don't even fully know how I'm going to end the book. I'm the indecisive one, okay? This needs to happen. Put it in brackets. Again, so indecisive. For as long as I've known you, you've been wanting to do this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. This episode is going to be a little bit different from the previous ones that I did because I've done a day in your life, a writer's vlog, a podcast episode, and I highly recommend those. You can go check them out. But what I want to talk about today is some of the struggles that I'm going through as a first-time author, and also some of the victories, because we want to stay positive. And just, I want to round it out with a short little motivational pep talk. We'll see how that goes. So stick around for that. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Jessica, and I have started this YouTube channel kind of at the similar time that I started to write my debut novel. And I originally started it in the month of November with NaNoWriMo. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's kind of just a writing challenge to write 50,000 words in a month, the month of November. There are smaller challenges throughout the year. But anyways, I did that, and I'm currently writing, and I can't say all of it's easy. So I just wanted to share some of the struggles that I'm going through and hopefully motivate you guys, because struggles is not a reason to stop. I think every self-help person that has ever lived has always said that, but it's just kind of a good thing to remember. So I made a list, obviously, on my phone because we are a digital generation. So my current struggles. I have one singular chapter left to write, and I don't know what perspective to write it from. So my book is a dual POV between the two main characters, and the introduction comes from the perspective of a narrator. So I have no idea what to do. Am I going to write it from the narrator's perspective? I'm going to write it from the girl's perspective, the guy's perspective, the world's perspective, what sort of perspective do I want to bring into this thing? I don't even fully know how I'm going to end the book. I only have one chapter left to write, but it is probably the hardest chapter of them all. That's hard to say though, because I did wait with my first chapter and did not write my first chapter until I'd finished most of my book. Like, I think I was on the second last chapter, and I was like, okay, let me go back and write the first chapter. So yeah, I'm kind of stumped on that. Like I said, I'm super indecisive. So as soon as I know which perspective to write it from, I can totally write it. I have the ability, I just don't have the yes, no, black, white, gonna do that sort of drive in me. It doesn't work that way for me, so we're figuring that out. And then another thing that I'm struggling with right now is I need an earth-shattering act of love from one character to another that does not involve either character, dying. So I put this out on my Instagram, and I asked on my story, I put out a reel. I was like, I need advice, guys. I need help. I don't know what to do. I got one response. Thank you so much for responding. So if you have any ideas, please comment down below, because I am so stumped. And it's kind of pivotal to the story. I'm not gonna give any spoilers. It's just I needed something. So if you have any ideas, please comment down below or DM me over on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at @JessicaAkira, same as my YouTube handle, so totally go check out my Instagram as well. Anyways, I have never been published before. That's the third struggle that I'm going through right now. I am so nervous because, yeah, now it's the modern generation and we can totally just self-publish on KDP or Barnes & Noble or any number of platforms. One, I'm in South Africa, so I don't think we even have Barnes & Nobles here. I stand under correction. We might have it, but I doubt it. I haven't seen it. We only recently got Amazon in South Africa, so I don't even know how to work with KDP. Yeah, I might be looking into doing some books with KDP, but honestly, I don't think I would do a novel with them. So I'm kind of just moving forward trying to get it traditionally published, but before I can get it traditionally published, it's like there are steps, obviously. You know, I have to finish the rough draft, which I haven't done yet. I have to query agents, I have to get an editor, I have to publishing it, marketing it, putting together a cover design, all those things have to happen eventually, but they can't happen now because I haven't finished the book yet. And I don't even know, I'm still deciding, again, so indecisive, but I'm still deciding whether I want to have a sequel and like a third book. And you can let me know whether you enjoy your like 3-book series to be about 3 different characters, or if you prefer something more like, I don't know, The Hunger Games or Divergent or something like that. That will be all the books are about the same characters. I personally love both. My idea is to do the one book is a character, like each character gets a book kind of vibe. Don't know if that makes sense, but like it's if this book is about Joe and Dina, then this book is going to be about Felix and Felicity, and this one's going to be about Thomas and Beverly. Those names just came to me. I am not using them, just so you know. But the point is, I'm kind of trying to debate it in my mind whether I'm going to write those as well. And if I'm going to write those as well, then I have to plan to publish slash get it to agents slash everything based on that. So it's a bit different than if I was just doing a normal single book thing. So like I said, I've never been published before. I don't really know what I'm doing. I can't publish something that doesn't exist anyways. So the first step is to get to the existence, and then more decisions have to be made later, but I'll get to them. It all kind of boils down to procrastinating and indecision, because I procrastinate because I have to make decisions. That's the thing that I procrastinate the most, is decisions, because honestly and truly I don't like making decisions. It's a weakness and I'm working on it, but it's the truth at the moment. So that's probably the biggest struggle that I have at the moment, is choosing and then doing it. So once I've chosen it, I tend to not procrastinate as much. So that is the end of my struggles. I'm sure I could think of dozens more, but I just wanted to be real with you guys what I'm currently, my current things that I'm working with in terms of writing, because this is supposed to be a channel devoted to like romanticizing the writing process and life and just inspiring people to do the thing and to continue and doing those things. And like I think a lot of us have thought for ages and ages that they want to write a book, but something's been stopping you. So I kind of want to inspire us to not hold back on that, but at the same time, I don't want to be completely unauthentic and be like, oh, it's super easy. Because, like, a lot of it is easy. A lot of it is great. It's, like, super, like, honestly, some of the things that people have been talking about, oh, writing is so hard because of this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, well, I haven't gotten into my editing yet, and I think that will be a bit more stressful, but the writing itself has been so incredibly fun. Like, I've really been enjoying it. Which is a victory. I would put that under the victory category that I mentioned earlier. But I just think I want to also show the fact that I'm sometimes struggling with these things as well. So it's not all sunshine and roses, but it's also not sunshine and roses. I hope that made sense. Anyways, we're moving into the victory category. Whoa! We love victory, don't we? So, I was having a chat with my best friend very recently, talking about writing, and I was like, I wish I was further along, like I was doing better, I was doing more, things were like moving faster maybe. I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but then she was like, girl, I've known you for years, and in that entire time, you've been talking about writing a book. And you finally are writing that book. Like, she was really encouraging me and just being like, listen, you've been wanting to do this for years. For as long as I've known you, you've been wanting to do this. And you're finally doing it. That is a step. That is a major, major, major step in the right direction that you've already been taking. And you really need to give yourself more credit. And yeah, just taking the time to realize that, I just realized that is a victory. That is something that I've finally stepped into, like I always wanted to. I mean, like honestly, I've been dreaming of being a writer for years. I've been dreaming about this since I was maybe 7. And then another thing that I was thinking about is the NaNoWriMo challenge. My sister has been trying to get me to do that for years as well. And I resisted, and then if you've been following me, you kind of know the story. It was 2 days before November, like 2 days before NaNoWriMo starts, and she's like, okay, you're gonna put yourself on NaNoWriMo now. I was like, maybe I should, maybe I should. She's like, go get your phone, go onto the NaNoWriMo website, and we are going to sign you up. And that was the push that I needed. And I did the 50,000 words. So I am a hashtag nano winner 2024. Which I think NaNoWriMo winner sounds a lot better because nano is small, but ignore me. And then my final victory I wanted to mention is the fact that I have officially completed 99% of my rough draft of my book. I have a single chapter left, and then I'm done with the rough draft of my book. And I never thought I would get there. Things I would start books maybe, or I would get an idea and I would write it down really excited. And then very soon after, I would just kind of be like, well, I could never write this. I could never make this the way I want it to be. And I ended up being really judgmental on myself and just not doing the things. And actually doing the writing has helped me so much to realize that I can. And I've actually almost completed the rough draft. Like, there's a lot of work still left on the book. There are a lot of like what I did was if something was too hard for me to write in the moment, I would put it in brackets. Be like, okay, this needs to happen, put it in brackets, leave it. So I would not say that that's the bestest strategy maybe, but I did see it multiple times on Pinterest when my Pinterest looks completely like just writers' quotes and writing advice and character advice and trope advice and you name it advice. So that's my form of Pinterest. um I would say that's probably my biggest win at this point is the fact that I actually just started, which kind of leads perfectly into my little pep talk about the validity of your dreams. That sounded really high and mighty, and I literally didn't even plan that. I'm probably gonna cut that. Never mind. But I just want to talk about how dreams and hope are interconnected. Because I find myself, like, I wouldn't say it's always that way, but I find myself often when I lose sight of my dreams, my ambitions, my goals, what I want from life, what I want from writing, what I want to do, I tend to lose hope. I lose sight of what I want. Trials and suffering make perseverance and faith and hope does not fail. And I think going through these things, it's not an easy road. You know, my dad loves to say that writing is not glamorous, it is just hard work. I have enjoyed my work so much, but there is a part of it that's just like pushing through and like getting through to the end. Every self-help book and every self-help person and all of that motivational stuff on Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest, even like anywhere that you're looking, a big chunk of the advice that they're going to give you is literally just to start. Just to start. I saw a podcast episode recently, the High Performance podcast that I've been listening to recently, and one of the quotes that they said was the hardest weight to lift at a gym is the front door. I think I just butchered that. I will put the actual saying here or there or somewhere, but basically it's to say that just opening that door and going inside is the hardest part. Like getting to the door, getting your workout outfit on and going to the gym is the hardest part of actually being in the gym. I'm the indecisive one, okay? If I'm making a decision right now to say that tomorrow I literally do not have a choice, I will edit this video and I will post it on YouTube, that is happening, then I am so much more, this is a personal thing, so much more likely to actually do the thing. But what I really want to say is, if this channel does anything at all for anyone, I really just wanted to inspire you to do those things that you think are impossible. Like, I don't think that your dreams should have an expiration date. Now, obviously, I'm saying that as a 21-year-old, and maybe I'll have a different opinion when I'm 80, but I don't think you should give up just because it's taken years. Again, if this channel inspires you to do anything, it is hopefully going to inspire you to actually pursue those things, those dreams. Like, even if it takes you years, even if it's something that you do on the side while you're studying or you're, you know, working, it's something worth pursuing. And I believe God doesn't give us dreams that are from Him to not do them. So maybe I get published, maybe I don't. But in the end, the work that it's done in me is probably worth more than the publishing contract. So yeah, I think I'll leave you with that. That would be the end of this. I don't think this is a podcast, but it could be a podcast episode, or let's just say the video. That's the end of this video, and I really appreciate you watching all the way to the end, and I hope that this gave you a bit of motivation, and that book will come out in the name of Jesus. I'm trying really hard, guys. Really, really hard. I kind of set myself a goal to have it written and edited by the end of April next year. So yeah. Oh, another update. I will be taking a break from writing from mid-December till January. I'm thinking of doing some throwbacks to my recent trip to Europe, if that will be interesting. So let me know if you want to see some of that. And again, just let me know what kind of content you want to be seeing from me from the future, because I have so many ideas. Love you guys. Bye!